Welcome to Hammer Time with Mr. Postframe, where we cover tools, equipment, and anything related to building your dream. Let's go ahead and get into it. On this episode of Hammer Time, we'll be talking about the Jackery Explorer 1000. All right, guys, welcome back to Hammer Time. Today we're going to be reviewing the Jackery Explorer 1000. It's a power source. They sent me this thing, and actually we've used it this week, and it's going to come in really handy for us. So I'm going to give you a rundown of it. We're going to show you kind of what it can and can't do. And they also make a larger one and a smaller one. But I think this is going to work perfect for what we need it for. So let's get going. All right, guys, so here it is. Jackery Explorer 1000. It's real small. It's got a little bit of weight to it, but you can charge this in a few different ways. You can plug it into at home to an AC. You can plug it into your car to charge it as you're driving down the road. And then it's got these sweet solar panels that you can plug in one of them or two of them. It comes with a splitter, so you can get both of them plugged in, which we're doing right now. It shows you what your battery percentage is. We're at 100%. Shows you what your output is, your input, all that kind of good stuff. So typically what we're going to use this for is keeping our 20 volt, 60 volt batteries charged, all our camera equipment, which will be huge, because then I won't have to take a bucket full of batteries home every day and charge them at night. So this is going to allow us to continually charge batteries on the job site, because most of these places we're building are out in the middle of nowhere and there's no power source yet. So it's going to keep us from running the generator to charge our batteries. It's got USB-C, USB. It's got 3 AC outlets in it. See, Justin's got some GoPro batteries charged in it. It's got a light on the end. But it's nice and compact. But we're gonna run a grinder on it, and then we're gonna run a Sawzall on it. For those of you who watch my show, you know that most of our tools are battery operated, but I want to show you guys that for most of your everyday hand tools that are ran off 110 will work on this. If you get into a bigger table saw, stuff like that, probably not gonna work. But let's go ahead and cut some rebar, because that is one thing that I will be doing with it. And then we'll also use the 12 amp Sawzall. All right, so we use rebar on the job site when I'm doing plumbing that I don't want to do. I use it to support some of my pieces coming up. So I'll cut it with this. Let's see how this does. We're at 100% charged. I'm gonna cut a couple of these. All right, so you can see it whipped through that just like if it was plugged into, you know, an AC outlet. We're still at 100%. I did see got up to, what do you think, 600 watts of output, but it's still at 100%, and we cut through 2 pretty quickly. The saw didn't, or the grinder didn't seem like it was lacking any power like that it would normally have. So all right, this is 3/4 inch stroke, 12 amp Milwaukee corded Sawzall. So make a few cuts with it, see how it does. All right, so it did start a little slower to get up to speed, but once it was up to speed, it held that. So you could easily run this off of it. So at least that gives you a couple examples of what it can do. So I think overall, this is gonna work really, really well for what our purpose is gonna be for it, which is gonna be charging batteries primarily and an emergency power source. And maybe I'll take this camping someday. I don't know, this would be sweet setup if you were a camper I think it'd work really well. But I'll show you these solar panels. The thing that's cool about these is they fold up. They have legs built into them, so literally all you do is tip this up, fold it up, and it's in a nice compact form, and it's got a bag for the charger and everything built into it. So if you notice when this shuts, it's magnetic, and it's got a handle right here, so it packs up real nice. But to set it up, just pull it apart, and then there's built-in Velcro legs on the back. You just pull them out, lean it back, plug it in, you're good to go. All right guys, so that's gonna be a wrap on this. I think this is a really cool setup. You can check out in the description. We'll leave a link for more in-depth details on what it will charge, what it won't, kind of the specs of it. There is a bigger unit and a smaller unit. They're having a special on Black Friday that's quite a bit of money off. I think it was I think it's 30% if I'm correct. But this would be great for if you're a contractor like me that has to charge batteries or run a tool here and again, or if you're a camper, outdoorsman, something like that, it'd be great. As always, we appreciate you watching, and we will catch you on the next video.